everybody, and welcome back to another series of Index Meets. Today I'm joined by Marianna Piccolo, the CEO and founder of MyPick1. Hello, Marianna.
Hi, how are you? All good?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
Nice to see you. All good. As you know, I'm 10 days to go to deliver my baby. So I'm in between. I'm a bit scared, but I'm also excited, So,
Well,
but I will take it.
It's fabulous news. Congratulations. And I promise I won't ask you too many shocking questions. We'll try and keep it quite calm. Thank you for doing this, and it's so lovely to get to know you, and I'm excited. So if you could just tell us a bit about yourself and how did you get into the industry of interior design?
I got inspired by my father, who has a joinery company in Italy, and he used to work very close with architect and designer. But of course, I didn't want to work in his joinery factory. I wanted to be the creative mind. So that's why I applied to the Polytechnic of Milan to study architecture and interior design. And that's how I started.
Amazing. And I can imagine that was quite a complex interview or entrance that you had to do to get into that.
It was complex, yes, because you have to study, but I didn't. Because that summer, I remember I had to work. And then I say, I'll apply and I'll go there, I'll make the test, and let's see if it's going to be my destiny, then I will be an interior architect. Otherwise, I had a plan B. The plan B was to study technology, which nowadays, I don't know, probably it would have been, think about, technology is booming now. Probably it wouldn't also be a bad idea, but no, I'm joking. So then I did the test, and suddenly they called me after like a couple of weeks just to give me the result, and they told me that I was in, and I was super excited. So after 2 weeks, I prepared my luggage and I moved from Puglia, which is south of Italy, to Milan. And that's how I started.
Amazing. Well, you've obviously got you're a natural talent for interior design. If you didn't study and you still got in, well done.
Thank you.
So Marianna, it'd be lovely if you could tell us what's been a challenging project for you.
All the projects are challenging.
Nothing's ever simple.
Because we mostly work with private clients. We design a lot. We design like luxury houses and residence, and for very wealthy people. And they want always something different. They want something unique. But the most challenging one was the project that we did in Paris, because the owner is Arab, is from Abu Dhabi, and the space in Europe are very small and very, very tiny. And in France, they have, in the bathroom, they have the WC, the toilet, let's say they have the toilet separate from the bathtub area. And the client couldn't accept that. That's number one. Number two, he wants in all the bedroom to have a private bathroom. Number three, he wants a strong AC. Like because for them it's like the comfort zone to have AC. Although you don't really need a strong AC like in Dubai, because the weather is different. And it was a challenge to achieve that, and also to let people from France, the engineer, to understand why such a requirement. But at the end, we managed to do it. So the client is very happy about it, because he feels somehow that he brings some of the UAE in Paris, some of their habits, I will say.
Yeah, that sounds really challenging. I mean, I can completely agree with you. European space is definitely not what you have you have here in the UAE, and trying to explain that to a client, a client is in itself quite challenging. So yeah, I can imagine that was a very challenging project for you.
It was, but and it was super successful.
Brilliant. So I suppose then, what inspires you? You do projects in Europe, you do projects here in the UAE, but what inspires you the most?
Well, I am a very ambitious person, and my job is one of my biggest passion. I was joking before when I was telling that I could have studied technology, because nowadays, I don't know, probably I cannot do a job different than what I do. It's my passion. Like, time's flying, hours, there are like, we spend a lot of hours thinking about, collection, new things and new ideas, and I don't realize that. And my husband actually sometimes complains because sometimes I go back home very late, and because I stay in the office quite late. But it's my passion, so it's not a problem for me to work many hours. What inspires is probably the ambition that I have. So, and I have my guru also, which is Patricia Orchiola. I'm not sure if one day I will be like her, but that's what I mean. I will try to be as close as possible, and probably is that it lead me to grow every day more and more, let's say.
I'm sure you will do. You're already doing such a fantastic job. So yeah, you'll definitely get there. If not, be better.
Let's see. I will keep you posted.
Yeah, I'll keep looking out. So my next question, I suppose that kind of relates back to what you just said then about Patricia. And if you could have 3 dinner guests, who would they be?
All female.
Okay.
Because I believe female are contributing to the progress of the world. Mm-hmm. In fact, just as, has nothing to do with this, but in fact, yesterday I was watching on Netflix this kind of mini series called Self-Made. Mm-hmm. It's the story of the Black woman in the beginning of 90s, before the Second War. She, from being like a housemaid, she became a billionaire because she creates like this hair product for black woman, and to let the hair to grow and to be soft and to be shiny. However, there is, during one speech, during one conference, there is something that she say, and which I totally agree with her. When you let women to progress and to show their talent, they will make the world better. And I strongly believe that. Although we are not really there, it's still difficult to let the men to understand this completely, but we are getting there. So going back to your question, as a guest, I would like to have Michelle Obama. I read her biography and it's incredible, her story. Patricia Orchiola, of course. And then I would like to have my mom as well, which it comes from a different world. So just to see, how, I don't know how it will be the conversation, because my mom, for example, doesn't speak English, but it will be interesting to see.
I really, really like that. And actually, you're not the first person to tell me Michelle Obama either. Okay. Somebody else I've asked this question to, and they've said the same.
That's an inspiring story to me.
Yeah. I mean, I think she's very inspiring either way. So, I love it. 3 great people. And your mum, who is a better leader and inspiration in your life than your mother? So what would you cook them?
Italian, of course.
What's your specialty dish?
Lasagna.
Oh, very nice.
Actually, I have two specialties. One is lasagna, and the other one is like a kind of potato baked with some cheese and ham, cheese like mozzarella, ham. Well, whenever I have guests, I know they like it, so I always cooked because that seems my specialty, but it's also one of the typical dish from Puglia, where I'm from.
It sounds a bit like the French tartiflette. Is it similar
Yes,
to that?
similar. It's similar to gratin, potato
Yeah,
gratin,
potato
something
gratin,
like
yeah.
that. But
Sounds
instead of
delicious.
using like slice of potato, we do like mashed potato.
Sounds very nice. Very, you have to send me your recipe.
Okay, I will.
So, what's your favorite object or piece of furniture in your house at the moment?
That's a very good question. My artwork only, to be honest with you,
Okay.
because it has a story. Each artwork has a story. It has a meaning. So I have in my wish list furniture that I would like to have in my home, but they are not here yet. One of this is the Cassina armchair designed by Achille Castiglioni. But it's not in the house yet, so I'm waiting for it. With my husband, you know, that it's
It's a
worth
baby
it.
present.
Exactly. But at the moment, yes, artwork, because as I say, each of them has a story and memories.
Lovely. Do you mostly get them when you're on your travels in Europe, or do you buy them locally?
Also, I get mostly I get when I travel, when I go to see an exhibition, an art exhibition in a museum. So I like to have like a kind of souvenir, and most of the time either is a catalog of the exhibition, which I buy, or I buy a poster.
Wow. And then you frame it, and then
I frame it, yes.
that's really
And
creative.
the latest poster that I bought it was in London when I went to see the exhibition of Olafur Eliasson in Tate Modern. And I went with my husband. My husband was very hesitant because he doesn't like contemporary art. He likes classical art. He's from Tuscany. So for him, like Uffizi in Florence is, you know, like a benchmark. For me, like contemporary art, I'm so attracted. So I told him, I said, do you want to join? He said, okay, because he's also curious. And at the end, he enjoyed because it was an experience. It was, yes, a contemporary exhibition, but it was an experience with a visitor. It was very nice. And we decided to buy the poster and the catalog.
Oh, wow, sounds lovely.
Yeah.
So, what does interior design mean to you?
For me, interior design means design. Yeah, you know, it's a many things actually for me, because it's not only divide the spaces, arrange the space of anything, any house, or it's makes people happy. See the joy and the face of the client. This is what makes me really, I mean, it's priceless for me to see the joy in their eyes. I like buy and select things for others, whether it's a piece of furniture or materials or accessories or artwork. I really like to do that. So it's basically see the joy in the eyes of the client.
I really like that. That is really, really nice. And I think it sums up perfectly interior design.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today and for all your great insights and how you started your career, and especially your tips and tricks of wall art. I'll certainly going to find some posters and put them in a frame. I wish you all the best with your baby girl and congratulations.
Thank you.
And yeah, rest well.
Thank you so much. Hope to see you soon.
Yeah, I hope to see you soon. Take care.
Thank you. Bye-bye.